What's going on? Brian Reynolds back with another video. I've already started this project, but I figured I might as well start videoing it because who knows, maybe someone with a 450 SS wants to do the same thing. So last night I got a little bored, went Walmart.com and picked up myself this nice little $10 special little LED glow kit. You know what's about to happen. Um, Probably not the best idea, but you know, it is what it is. I've already installed two of them. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's actually tucked away right here. And yeah, I am working on. I got both the fronts, one on each side. I ran the cables through here. Like, this is one of the cables. I just kind of looked for daylight and just shoved the LED strip through there, routed it like it goes through here to this. You can see the zip tie that holds the cable. I'll of course tuck them away a little better. I'm just trying to get everything in. I actually went through this hole to kind of navigate everything, and then it routes under here to that spot, which is good for the moment. But of course now I'm kind of working on where I want to place the back to. The problem with the back ones is I don't like when there's lights on a motorcycle but you can see the source of the LED. So that kind of takes away this mounting spot, any of this spot, and really limits how I can illuminate the back of this bike. I may just suck it up and just do the strip going on this little plate going up, even though you will be able to see it from this angle. At least from the majority of the angles. Like if you're on the back side of it, you know, you're not gonna really notice where the light's coming from. That might be what I do, but I think what I'll do is I'll just lay them out. Like I have this one laying down here for now because I'm thinking about placing one here. So I'll do that, and I'll place this one here, and I'll actually test to see what it looks like. And then once I see what it looks like, I'll kind of make a determination if that's what I actually want to do. So I'm gonna cover the wiring situation now. You see in the box, it came with an actual switch, and since I want to get rid of the switch and just have it turn on when I turn the key on the bike, I actually took apart that little switch and took the wires and just spliced them into the, if I can't get that off, but this is when I installed the little dash cam kit. So like everyone might know, I have a nice little dash cam kit here. I actually used the tag light wire as a signal wire to tell this to switch on. Well, I just spliced this little tiny red wire is the power wire for the LED lights, and then of course the ground, I don't know where, this is the ground wire, but the ground, there it is. I essentially spliced the ground into, and then this of course is the actual part that ends up plugging into the module. Here it is. This ends up plugging into this, which then of course allows you to connect. Supposedly you can connect with your phone. We'll get to that of course, but at the moment that's how I have it wired in. Of course I'll button up everything once everything is in place. I'm actually gonna go ahead and flip the key on it and see how it looks with this lighting, and if those are good spots, I'll probably just go ahead and route the wires and get everything tucked away, and I'll be able to just call it a project done and wait for nighttime because it's still daylight and see what it looks like. Alright, so I've got a little further I've decided I'm gonna actually place one LED strip right here. It's getting kind of dark, so I'm not sure how well you can see that. But it's actually, I took off part of the adhesive and put it on the air box. So if you're looking at the starter, you go straight up, there's like that little nipple thing just right above that. And I went ahead and just glued it onto the air box right there, so that's kind of in place. And I ran it the same way as I did the one going to the front. And the last one, I'm just gonna suck it up and put it on the back end. Try to avoid doing that because I just, to me, during the daytime when it's visible, to me it's just so tacky. But I mean, I guess I'm putting lights on a bike, it's tacky to begin with, so I went ahead, took the bracket off. I'm gonna feed it through this hole. The current problem is that I have so many wires going through that hole right now that I'm not able to fit the actual LED through that existing hole like you would be able to if it was stock. I mean, I might be able to force it. Yeah, I might be able to force it through there, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the LED strip just going down this back end like this. It'll be a little visible, but it is what it is. And then once I do that, I'll be able to button up the wiring situation up here. And I forgot to heat shrink this, but after I button up everything, it's actually getting pretty close to dark. It's night. It's good old winter time, so actually it'll be dark in like an hour, probably 30 minutes. So I'll be able to see what it looks like. I probably won't be able to get any roller shots until some later point in time. I'll just include that in some random other video. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to fish through that light through this little hole, and once I fish it through, I'll mount it and we'll get a final little look at how it looks for now in the shed. And then of course, like I said, we're gonna go outside and see how it looks in the yard. So the little tidy tail that I got, it came with little spacers that go into these spots, and I'm actually gonna not put one here just to allow for better spacing of this LED strip, because at the moment it does curve right there and I don't really want it too much on that curve, so I'm gonna try to get it up as much as possible. So I'm gonna actually get these bolts in here, and with these little pucks I'll be able to, they actually don't stay in place like that. I'm just lucky that that cable's holding it in place. But like I said, I'm gonna have it like this and just running straight down. Once I get that mounted, I'll tighten up these bolts, and like I said in the last clip, tidy up everything. Alright, so before I do forget to show where all these bolts are, to take off this back portion, you actually need to undo that Phillips head, that Phillips head. There's two Phillips heads here, two Phillips heads here. You got to do this bolt, which I'm not sure what this is. I just have these random Allen keys that actually fit. Well, I thought they did. I think it's this black one fits. Yeah, see, this one fits. I'm not sure what size this is, like I said, but these right here are 13/16 hex, whatever's they're called. And there's one there, one there, and then the same on the other side. And once you get all that off, you'll be able to pop off this whole back section and get access to it. Like you see, there's not much showing here. I tucked all the wires along here, just gonna snip the zip ties and everything, just kind of clean it up. But I try to keep minimal wires over the relays and the battery just to avoid any issues. it is dark outside right now, and since it is dark, I will roll this outside and we're gonna get a good look at it, see how it looks. I'm gonna try to actually connect to the Bluetooth first, just so I can like choose a color, and then I should be good. Alright, so I am going to pop the seat on. Oh boy, there we go. And it's very dark outside, so I'm filming this last little clip in here. Everything's buttoned back up. I'm gonna crank up the bike, take it out, and I'm gonna see what the lights look like. I'll do a little walk around so you can see how it looks, and I'll probably wrap the video at that point. Alright, so we're outside with my little tire pressure sensor. Of course, I'm going to start at the front. Got the nice little start up. The front you cannot tell whatsoever. The headlights are just so bright. It drowns out literally both of the ones that are in there. I might relocate them. I'll probably move them down to that front section right here. And after I move them down to this front section, it'll probably illuminate a lot better. But it is what it is. You can kind of see them up in there. And don't mind that giant horn. I had to replace the horn. Had a little mishap with it, but it is what it is. But yeah, so as you can see the lights right here. It's kind of cool looking. I put that one in that hole so you can actually see the engine, which I think that kind of looks cool. And like I said, unfortunately I had to put that one on that back. I don't know how I feel about it. I just think it's kind of tacky when you look at it and you just see the LED lights. But at least from a higher angle, it's going to look a lot better. And I guess this would be more of an angle that you would look at the bike versus this, since it is kind of leaning. But of course, it is what it is. It looks pretty good. I'll have to get some rollers one day just so you can actually see how it looks. It does get controlled by the app, which is kind of cool. And of course, you can change it all kinds of colors, like a purple, a red, a yellow, green. I'm gonna keep it like a teal, because the teal kind of matches the little blue accents on the bike. So yeah, of course can turn it off, which I will probably keep it default is off and then just turn it on when I want it on, just because there's no need to have this ever just sitting on when I'm not using it at night. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop it back in the shed and call it a night. Thanks for watching.